From healer to killer, the true story of Ahmad Suradji. Welcome to The Most Evil, where we delve into the minds of history's most notorious serial killers. Ahmad Suradji, also known as Dukun alias Nasib Klewang, and Datuk Maringgi, who terrorized the city of Medan, Indonesia, and became a serial killer in 1949 to 2008. Ahmad Suradji was born on January 10, 1949, in North Sumatra, Indonesia. As a child, he was known for his rebellious nature and difficulty in making friends. By the age of 19, he had run away from home and was subsequently jailed for 10 years due to violent behavior. Before gaining notoriety as a Dukun, a term for a shaman believed to possess supernatural powers in Indonesia, Suradji worked as a cattle breeder, a job that failed to satisfy him. Restless and yearning for more, he turned to the practice of sorcery. He was also married to 3 women, a fact that added complexity to his personal life. In Indonesia, especially in rural areas with low levels of education, beliefs in sorcery and the paranormal are quite common. The belief in black magic is so strong that there have been instances of people being executed for allegedly practicing it. Suradji claimed that just before he began his killing spree, his deceased father appeared to him in a dream. In the dream, his father instructed him to become a mystic healer to gain more power, which required him to drink the saliva of 70 dead young women. Believing that this was his path to power, Suradji decided that finding already deceased young girls would take too long. Thus, in 1986, he began his horrifying campaign of murdering young women to achieve his gruesome goal. Suradji's reign of terror began in the mid-1980s when he started his killing spree. Over the course of several years, he lured and murdered at least 42 young women, mostly between the ages of 11 and 30. His victims were often drawn to him seeking spiritual guidance or supernatural assistance. Suradji's method of killing was as gruesome as it was calculated. He preyed on the vulnerabilities and aspirations of his victims, convincing them that he possessed mystical powers capable of enhancing their beauty or granting them prosperity. Women seeking better lives or solutions to their problems were drawn to him, believing in his promises of supernatural aid. Under the pretense of performing a powerful ritual, he instructed his victims to strip naked and then buried them waist deep in the ground. This was supposedly a critical part of the ceremony that would channel the mystical energies necessary for their transformation or success. However, the ritual was a ruse. With his victims immobilized and vulnerable, Suradji would then proceed to strangle them to death using a cord or their own clothing. His belief was that by burying his victims in this manner and subsequently killing them, he would absorb their life force, thus gaining supernatural powers. This macabre ritual was driven by his conviction that it was essential for his own spiritual and mystical ascension. His methodical approach and the premeditated nature of his crimes made him one of Indonesia's most notorious serial killers, leaving a lasting impact on the psyche of the nation. It was difficult for the investigation team to retrieve the dead bodies of all 42 women, so they brought in bulldozers to hasten the excavation process. Forensic experts said that it was all bones and skulls, except for 5 bodies. Police suspected that the victims may have been too ashamed to inform their families that they had sought the sorcerer's assistance, so their disappearances were not linked to him. Many of the victims were prostitutes. Ahmad Suradji went to trial in December 1997, facing a determined team of prosecutors who demanded the death penalty. The challenge for the prosecution lay in the difficulty of identifying the victims, which complicated the collection of evidence against him. Over 7 months, they painstakingly gathered evidence and secured witnesses to build their case. The trial was heavily influenced by public opinion, with widespread outrage directed at Suradji. Crowds gathered outside the court, expressing their anger and demanding justice, often shouting, "Let us kill him." After a 4-month trial, on April 27, 1998, Suradji was found guilty of murdering 42 women. Suradji was sentenced to death, and his wife, Tumini, who had been complicit in the murders, was initially sentenced to death as well. However, her sentence was later commuted to life imprisonment. Finally, on July 10, 2008, Ahmad Suradji was executed by firing squad, bringing a grim end to his story more than 2 decades after his crimes. Psychologists have analyzed Suradji's case extensively, suggesting that his belief in his own supernatural abilities fueled his heinous act. His case has left a lasting impact on Indonesia, shedding light on the dangers of blind faith and superstition. Ahmad Suradji, known by many names including Dukun AS, Nasib Klewang, and Datuk Maringgi, will forever be remembered as one of Indonesia's most prolific serial killers. His story serves as a grim reminder of the darkness that can lurk beneath the surface of seemingly ordinary individuals. Join us next time as we uncover more chilling tales from the annals of true crime history.
If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more content on true crime and psychological analysis. Remember to stay vigilant, and until next time, stay safe.